When the time came, Deborah gave the signal, and the tribes of Israel went into battle against Sisera and his army.
Sisera brings tens of thousands of men to the battle, and every single one of them is annihilated, all except Sisera.
And he runs to the tent of Yael, the Canaanite. She's somehow connected with Moses because it's Moses' father-in-law, Jethro. And her husband had a treaty with Sisera, with the Canaanites, with Israel's enemy. But at the same time, the Canaanites were always favorable towards Israel. And now the Canaanites were often smiths, so it's very possible that they had moved there and the tent was close so that he could sharpen the weaponry and keep it all up to date and sharp and ready. And so you have Yael and you expect this hospitality.
We hear so little about Yael in the story of Judges. This is the only place that we really are introduced to her, and it's a remarkable picture. We assume that she is hidden in her tent, that her life is not out there in the public sphere. She's not a participant in the battle. She has no reason to get invested in it.
And Sisera runs to her because he thinks he can trust this treaty that her husband has. So he runs to her as a safe haven. אדוני, אל תפחד. בוא איתי לביתי.
איפה ביתך?
Was she from the first moment aware of who he was? He asks her to hide him and to tell no one that he is there. He fully expects that because she is not from Ephraim, that she's not an Israelite, that her loyalties will be on the side of these northern Canaanites, like the king of Hatzor. And the dramatic plot twist is that he does not realize that he has entered the home of someone who actually historically is related to the Israelites. And then she does something that I don't think most of us would have the courage to do. She pretends to offer him hospitality. He asks for a drink of water. She gives him milk. Sisera is exhausted and he falls into a deep sleep. And here is this great Canaanite general who's about to be undone by a woman, a clever woman. So the credit for the battle goes not only to Barak, but to Yael. Just as Deborah had prophesied, a woman receives credit for the battle. I think that Yael, she lets us know that even a hidden life can be a life that has a moment of destiny. And it's a difficult destiny that she is called to, but she's obedient to it.
Well, in my view, the story of Deborah, because she's a leader, she's a judge, and she's a prophetess in a time where leadership from women was very rare. And yet I think that shows you that God can gift people, anybody, with his spirit, with his wisdom, with his power.
Ресурсно метатаешь.